Hello.
Packing up that morning, I think we were both just eager to get on the road. We still had a full day of driving and one more night before we'd actually get started. When you're preparing for something new or a big trip, there's always a lingering doubt that you're forgetting something. And I think we both felt that quite a few times as we were loading up. And we couldn't forget our top priority.
Finally, we were on the road to Las Cruces, where we'd be starting our 2-day bikepacking trip the next morning. Even though we'd been training, we still weren't quite sure what to expect. Our bikes would definitely be heavier and we'd be at a higher elevation, but at this point, all we could do is give it our best shot.
We got in right around sunset and we were pretty worn out. We also realized we hadn't eaten much during the day, but we did have a few kiwis that we brought from home and we couldn't let those go to waste. We look like a bunch of ninjas sitting here eating kiwis.
Carbon up. Not a single protein in sight. Are you in a shower tonight?
Pardon? We were both a little quiet that morning as we were doing our final packing. We were definitely excited, but also a bit nervous. Even though at the end of the day it would just be another bike ride, the experience itself was an unknown with a lot of miles and unfamiliar routes in between. Here in the plaza in Las Cruces, about to get started on our first real bikepacking journey, and a little nervous, but we'll see what happens today. Lindsay?
Yep, you said it right.
You excited?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
How are your legs feeling?
Not bad so far.
Mine feel a little bit rough. Mine do, they feel a little tired.
Man, that wind. We were going 1 speed and then we got a gust and I felt like I slowed down so much, but it felt even harder. Which I know that's how it works. Leggy leggies.
After the cattle guard, we got into this section that seemed like just climb after climb. And that was at a moment that we were least ready for it.
How you feeling?
Too good.
Me neither.
The wind picked up. It was the hottest part of the day. And we knew there really wasn't any choice but to keep going at whatever pace we could.
We are beat.
Send in the troops. Bring the helicopter. After a few hours there, we finally made it to what seemed to be the peak of this section of the ride, and we were feeling optimistic. What's the status update?
I'm feeling much more positive. I was exhausted. Still am. I hope there's not a single more uphill in the day.
Good thing we didn't have a headwind.
We got into the final stretch of the highway and had a headwind for the last 10 or so miles.
Man, that last part of the ride really got tough for me mentally. I think that getting into Hatch basically in the dark with this cold wind that kept hitting us from all over different directions, it was a little bit demoralizing. And that really made it hard to think about doing the same thing all over the next day, but with harder climbs and more difficult terrain.
Man, I don't know what happened or what went wrong, but the first day was just rough for me, and I was cramping all day and just had really tired legs. Considering the first part was supposed to be easier, I couldn't imagine doing it again the next day.
In a way, it felt like we'd failed. Instead of going on to the second half of the route like we originally planned to, we decided to head back in the direction we came from and decided to stay mostly on the highway until we reached the canal roads.
I remember thinking that maybe we would regret it later if we didn't push through, but maybe that just means there's a redemption ride in the future if we go back. And I think in that moment it was the right decision.
How we doing back there?
Get in there.
I don't feel good. That's the answer.
What's wrong exactly?
My butt hurts. My right knee hurts.
My legs are tired. That's all.
But we're almost there.
No, we're not.
Well, we have to think that way.
Oh.
We're at 31.29. We gotta hit like 41 to hit the bean.
This little guy's coming along for the ride.
My legs are shot. Oh, there's some cream.
Follow me to my favorite tree. Well, I'm offering a steady hand. I could be your security. There's no
We're on the home stretch now.
on anything.
At the hotel where we started 2 days ago. 1 day ago?
I don't know.
Yesterday. Yesterday morning, came out of that door. Didn't know what was in store for us. What was in store for us?
We had no idea. And we survived it somehow.
This is 45 miles today from Hatchin to Las Cruces. Things didn't quite go according to the original plan, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
The distance didn't seem that bad when we were in the planning phase, but with all the extra weight on the bikes, climbing, the elevation, and honestly the fact that we weren't in the best shape, it kind of all added up.
This was never really about finishing the full route or hitting a certain time or distance. It was really about the adventure and the experience and getting to disconnect a bit from our day-to-day lives. From that point of view, I'd say it went exactly as it should have. Our first bikepacking trip was a bit of a reality check and a learning experience, but it left us excited for what's to come.